Let us see how we can make an RMarkdown document. And that's really simple. You start RStudio, like I have done here. You go to the Files menu, New File, and instead of RScript, you choose RMarkdown here. Then you will probably see a window like this where you can now put in a title, for instance, Assignment 1. You can add the name of the authors, and you can put a date. It's not really required with the date. You can delete it afterwards. We will see. Please tick for PDF here because we want PDF documents to be handed in, not the HTML, right? Tick PDF. Okay, and then you will get the document like this. And this document is always filled with some example text, this here. And this one you can delete, right? But please don't delete the top here. I delete this one like this. Well, I can of course also delete the date here if I want to, but please don't delete this one and the other things here. And now you can start making a document. And how do we make? What does it mean to make a document? Well, this is a mixture of ordinary text and R code. And let me show you. For instance, I want to have the first section here called data. And notice the hashtag means you get a title, and single hashtag is the biggest title. If you add a double hashtag, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So that's for sections, right? So this is sort of the chapter, you could say. And then you write some text here. We load some data, for instance, ordinary text like this. And sooner or later you want to add some R code. And then you go up here to this button here and choose R chunk. This is what we call an R chunk. And then this one should appear. And inside this gray region here now, you can type R code. So for instance, I want to load from our bias data package some data set. And let's say I load this bears data. And I want to plot something here. I just make some very simple stuff here now. And this is not what you're going to do in the assignment, but anyway. Geom point. X is weight, yeah, okay. Length. And Y is weight. Something like that. It doesn't really matter, right? I just type this now to illustrate that you can have some R code here. Any R code actually inside a chunk like this. In order to test if this code works, you can actually do it right away by just pushing this button here, and then this code will be executed now. Let's try that. Whoops, I got an error here. And that is of course because ggplot is an unknown. I haven't loaded the tidyverse. I should remember to do that as well. Now, let's run it again. And then it works. Okay. I can click away this plot again. The point is that when you have made your, and now we can continue with a subsection here, right? With more text and more R chunks, and a new main section down here, and so on. And you can have as many R chunks you like, right? And write as much text as you like. Please don't write long, very long text in these assignments. Try to stay short. And once you are sort of happy with what you have done, you use this knit button here to make the actual final document. And you should probably save it as well. I think that's the first thing we are asked to save it. Of course, we save it, yeah, under my stat340 assignment 1. That's a good name for assignment 1, isn't it? And notice it's saved under this RMD extension. And then something starts happening here. We create the document, and hopefully if this is not, it sometimes goes wrong, but that could be due to some small errors in your document. We will probably try to sort that out. But here it worked fine, so I got a PDF document. If I click it open like this, I can have a look at it, and it looks pretty nice, right? And here we have then the code and not the plot. It was on the next side, yeah, next page here. So, and just a small hint here, you can see when I load the tidyverse, there is this messages coming here, and that looks ugly, right? It's not really an error, but it looks ugly. If you want to avoid it, you can in the head of the R chunk like this, you can set message equals false. And then you will not see it. So if I knit my document again now, and there it's done. Yeah, there are some temporary files, and when they are gone again, I can open, and now I can see there is no of this warning, and then the figure was also appearing in the first page. Okay, so this should be it, and if you run across some technical problems here, we can probably solve it on the exercise sessions.